Alright guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing another Dice Throne game. This time we're going to be continuing our conquest with the Moon Elf. Moon Elf has won against the Barbarian and Ninja. Now we're going to be going up against an even more dangerous threat. We're going to be going up against the Pyromancer. The Pyromancer is one of the biggest damage dealing characters in the game, so I do think the Moon Elf may have a run for her money this time around, but we will see. Alright, so lag spike is gone. Let's see here. So she has a bit more status effects, so she may be a little bit more able to take on the Moon Elf. When she inflicts knockdown, an opponent skips their offensive roll phase, which basically means they lose an attack. Burn means it deals 2 damage to an opponent. It's also persistent, so every turn until they remove it during their upkeep phase. Fire Mastery, a player with this token must cool off during their next upkeep phase, i.e. remove 1 Fire Mastery token. Basically meaning that you have to gain them and you lose them every upkeep phase. You want to keep gaming them over and over again. And yeah. And then stun is perform another offensive roll phase. A player affected with this token may take no actions of any kind. And then the attack concludes. A player who is inflicted with a stun token removes it and immediately targets the same opponent with an additional roll phase. So basically, it's an additional roll phase is forfeited. So it's basically you lose your turn. Stun, you lose your turn. Knockdown, you lose your offensive roll phase. So stun is worse than knockdown. Alright, so let's begin by shuffle both decks. Moon Elf. Alright, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to attack modifier, change any value of dice, upgrade, and an instant stats effect. Over here, set to 2 as always, and then draw 4. 1 to upgrade, 2, another upgrade. Oh, it didn't shuffle. That's why there's so many upgrades. Gotta shuffle first. No, put an upgrade. Right, gotta shuffle first. Shuffle, upgrade, status, modifier, draw 2. Alright, so let's do this first. 2 dice. Okay. Roll again. Pyromancer goes first. Set it to 3, draw a card, reroll dice, roll 1, gained Fire Mastery on other outcome, draw. I might as well. Actually no, what we're going to do first is spend 1 CP and draw 2. See what we get. Move all status effects, reroll of a dice. Now we will use this. Roll 1. Alright, so any other outcome, draw a card. 0 CP, gain 2 CP. Nice. And then let's use that to upgrade. You can play any number of cards you want during your main phases. That's why it's important to know that. Because you can play as many cards as you want as long as you have combat points to CP to the phase. Alright, we're going to go defensive. Alright, so 3. We do Pyroblast 2. Anything else that I want? Pyroblast looks like it's sitting. Pyroblast seems to be the way to go. I'm going to do it. Pyroblast 2, we have 3 fire and 1 arrow. So that is deal 6 damage and roll 2. 2 fires, add 3 damage per fire. Alright, so that is, we're dealing 12 damage. Nice. Let's go over to Moon Elf and let's roll for our dice. She does. She got 2 feet and 2 arrows, so she's dealing 1 damage and preventing half. So we're only taking 6 damage. And we're dealing 1 to the Pyromancer. Alright, Pyromancer doesn't have anything. We could have used the attack modifier, but I want to save that for later. It's good to save those. Alright. 1 CP, draw, transfer status tokens. Alright, let's spend 2 entangling shot. And let's roll. How much is this modifier? That's 1. We can still use it if you want. Alright, we got a small straight. Let's go for a large. Didn't get it. Alright, do we have anything? Change any 2 dice? It's not useful for us right now. Alright, inflict tangle. Deal 9 damage. Alright, so inflict entangle, deal 9. Pyromancer is a roll 5 for her defensive. Did that highlight all of them? I don't know. 4 fire, 1 arrow. Per fire, deal 4 undefendable damage. Okay. So we're not blocking any, so we've got 9 to ourselves. 4 dealing 4. Alright, so we're on equal terms here. Do we want to play the attack modifier though? No, we can't. We'll save that. Draw. Increase value dies by 1, that's good. I'm going to play the attack modifier this time. We have an entangle, which sucks, but we only get 2 attempts on our roll phase. Okay, so let's do this one, Burning Soul, and see if we can do more undefendable damage, because that red is collateral. Collateral damage just means you deal damage to all opponents. So if you're playing a 2v2, for example, you would deal damage to both of your target opponents instead of just one. But we're not playing a 2v2, just a 1v1. We could also go for, to activate combustion, remove all 4 and deal 3. Okay, so that's how you do combustion. You need fire mastery for that. Alright, so gain times 2 fire mastery. Alright. We want to roll more fire, I guess. We only get 1 more opportunity to do so. Alright. So let's use our attack modifier for this. So our attack actually does more damage. 1 CP, that's not that bad. So we're dealing 3 undefendable damage because it's 1 undefendable per red. We've got 3 reds. We're gaining 2 fire mastery. We only did 2 roll phases, so there goes entangle. Roll 1. On a black, inflict burn. Okay, so we inflicted burn, which is nice. We have 2 fire mastery, and we are dealing 3 undefendable damage. So she can't defend against this. Alright, and that is the end of our turn. We'll discard this. If we want to sell any of these are bad. It's a reroll, and that is good to keep. Alright, pass turn. Alright, so her upkeep phase, burn. Burn removes 3 damage on her upkeep, so that's just going to be a consistent bad thing. Why did I roll that? I'll keep that roll, but we have to draw a card and do upkeep first. Additional offensive roll phase, that's nice. We have an attack modifier, we're going to use that this turn. Alright, what do we roll here? We roll 3 moons. Is there anything that has 3 moons? No, we want to go for that other one. Oh yeah. Oh, we're definitely using our attack modifier on that. We're going to spend 1 CP to put that attack. Alright, what do we do for the moon? We gain evasive. Oh, we inflict all of our effects. So targeted, entangle, and blindness. And then deal 12 undefendable damage. Alright. And let's add our attack modifier to this, because whatever. Actually, Our attack modifier will add 1 damage, but it'll be defendable, and we may take damage from the Pyromancer if we do that. Your attack modifier adds defendable damage unless it's in the red, which it's not. So you can't. So the Pyromancer could deal damage as a result because her defensive deals damage if she gets attacked. So we're just going to do the 12 undefendable from our ultimate, and we're basically targeting her with... Does the targeted go on her first? The targeted goes on her first. The targeted adds 2 damage no matter what, with blindness and the other thing. So we're actually doing 14 undefendable damage, which is amazing. Alright, and we don't have anything... We could transfer that token as 2 CP, we don't have that. Remove a status token is also 2 CP. Frick. And we're just gonna pass. We did a lot of damage to her. 3 CP. With status effect from a chosen player. How much is this? It's 2 CP. It is 2 CP. You know what we're gonna do? I don't put this in my hand. We're gonna spend 2 CP. It's gonna suck for us. We're gonna lose all of our fire mastery, which sucks, but we're gonna remove all status effects from us. So no targeted, no entangle, no blindness. We lose our fire mastery, which sucks because we can't boost damage, but it's for the greater good. Straight to our roll offensive. Alright, so we got 2 6s. Do we have one that changes the value to a 6? We have a reroll and increase. So one of these 5s can be a 6. Which is good. Alright, so now we can just reroll this and try and get either 5 or 6. Didn't get either. Well, what we can do is change this to a 6 by spending this to increase or decrease. We increase the 5 to a 6 and lose CP for it. Gain 2 fire mastery, inflict stun, and then deal 5 undefendable 1 undefendable per fire mastery. So we gain 2, so we're dealing 2 undefendable. Additionally, deal 2 collateral to each opponent, which we only have 1, so we're dealing 4 undefendable damage and inflicting stun. So there's that stun there, and 4 undefendable damage. Alright. I think that is all we can do. And we don't have any CP unless we sell. We're not going to sell anything. We're just going to pass turn. Alright, upkeep phase. Burn. Deals 3 damage to her during her upkeep phase. Persistent. And stun on a 1-2. She fails. Oh, she just loses her whole turn, doesn't she? Player afflicted with this token takes no actions of any kind. So no cards may be played, defenses may be made, no status tokens and abilities used, etc. After the attack concludes, player inflicted with stun removes token and immediately targets the same opponent with an additional roll of phase. If this opponent is removed from the battlefield, this okay, so she just, it's a skip turn. No turn. She just takes 3 damage from fire. I don't think she, does she gain income? I don't think she gains, I think she gains income, but she can't do anything. You say you can't draw cards? If it says you can't draw cards, no abilities. I think you still do your income, you just can't do anything. Yeah, so you get a card, can't do anything with anything, and stun is forfeited. Alright, moves directly on us. We get 1. We have to cool off, so get rid of a fire mastery. We gain 1 CP, draw a card. Change any value of 1 die. Alright. Let's go straight to combat. Can't do combustion yet. We could do pyroblast and try to roll a 6. Shit. 6? Nope, didn't roll a 6. Didn't roll anything, if that matter. Alright, we gain Fire Mastery from Fireball, and we deal 6 damage. Roll all your dice. You deal 1 damage to us per bow, but you're still taking 6 damage. So 6 there, and dealing 1 to us. Alright. Nothing bad yet. Alright, can't do anything. Could sell some cards, but we don't need to right now. Upkeep, loses because of fire, gains CP, draws a card. She can upgrade. She want to do that. She still has an attack modifier we haven't used. Transfer 1 status effect from a chosen player to another chosen player. Well, actually, what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this. This one's dumb. Just dumb in general. Have I not used any cards? I guess not. We're gonna sell that for CP. We're gonna do diminishing shot, which is where? Right here. Diminishing shot 2 CP, and then we're gonna spend. We want to sell any cards. We're going to spend 2 CP to transfer our burn token that keeps damaging us to the Pyromancer. So now she has that. Now she takes fire damage every turn, which is good for us. Now I think, yeah, we don't have any CP. I think what we're going to do is we're going to, we don't need that offensive roll right now, and we're going to spend that so we can spend our modifier for our offensive roll phase. But let's begin. Oh, perfect. Large straight. Inflict bind, deal gain evasive, and deal 8. We already have a blind over there. Inflicting blind, and yes. Let's do our attack modifier. Roll 5. So we're inflicting entangle no matter what. We got 3 arrows, so we're adding 3, so we're dealing 11 damage, and we're inflicting entangle. Pyromancer's got a lot of stuff on her, but she does get a counter. Gain 2 fire mastery. And then deal 2 damage. So she's taking 11 and dealing 2 damage to us. Alright. There goes that. And we are done. Let's move over here. Upkeep phase, burn. Dealing 3. Extra defensive. Alright, we're gonna have to start taking stuff off. This costs 2 CP. Let's sell this. Sell that. How much is this? 1 CP. It only costs 1? Okay. Change value of any 1 dice. Reroll their offensive phase. We can spend that actually. Remove a status effect. I'm gonna remove burn. I would remove blind, but burn's just too much. That'll kill us no matter what we do. And then we get an extra roll offensive, which would counteract entangle, but offensive might not even matter this turn. So we may just want to. Also, our upkeep. Forgot to take off a fire mastery. I think we just spend our CP on an extra defensive for next turn because we only get 2 times. We got combustion, but we can't activate it. Let's try and go for another fire and do Pyroblast. Alright. Entangle's gone. We only did 2 roll offensives, but now we've got to roll to see if we even get this attack. We do get this attack. Linus is gone. So we're dealing 6 damage and rolling 2. Alright, for every fire, deal 3. For every 6, inflict knockdown. So we're inflicting knockdown, and we're dealing 9 damage. So inflicting knockdown, we're dealing 9 damage. Roll our hits here. Alright, so we're only taking 4 damage. And we're inflicted with knockdown. So we don't get our offensive phase next game, sadly. Unless we spend 2 CP to remove that status token. Alright, am I forgetting anything? We inflicted knockdown, did our damage. And we're all good. Back to the elf. Flip. A 0 CP attack modifier, that's nice. We'll do that next time because unless we have 2 CP, which I'm gonna do actually. Spend this. Get rid of that knockdown. And our attack modifier is 0 CP, so we can afford it. Two 6s. Try and roll for another arrow. We did it. Alright, so demising shot, inflicts targeted, then deals 6 damage. So there is targeted. And then inflict 2 damage. We're going to spend our modifier, which takes 0 to cast. We're going to roll 1. On an arrow, add 2. So we're going to be dealing 6 plus 2, which is 8. And then targeted, which adds 2 damage. 10. So we're dealing a total of 10 damage. So not killing her, and she does get to attack us back. Alright, she's going to be gaining a fire mastery. She's going to be inflicting burn, because she did a fire and a gear. She got a fire and a gear, so she'll be inflicting burn onto us, which is interesting. And she'll be dealing 3 damage per fire to us. So she's inflicting burn and dealing 3 damage to us. Pretty dang sick. But we will be dealing 10 damage to her, leaving her at 1 HP. Alright. So her upkeep, we're not going to do anything else with Moon Elf. We don't have any CP to spend on. We don't have any cards. Gain a CP, it's probably going to be her last turn. And she can't do anything. We can have another roll offensive all phase. We can change any 2 dice. That's 2 CP, which we're not going to need. This is the last turn, so let's sell this. And let's just upgrade this. Alright, let's roll. Let's get rid of... We already got rid of Fire Mastery. It's close to... It's 4 gears. We don't have enough power to do any of that. Oh, we do have a small straight, though. So we just need a 5. And we got a 5! Gain 2 Fire Mastery. That's nice. Then deal 4 damage plus 2 per Fire Mastery. Damn. We have 5 Fire Mastery. So that is 10. That is 2 times 5. 10 plus 4. That is 14 damage. That would kill the Moon Elf. Oh, also she took 3 because of burn. Last turn. So we forgot about that. So this 12 will kill her. She has 2 evasive, so 2 chances to protect against it. But this is 14 damage, so even this would not be enough. She'd still take 7 damage. So she's got to roll these dice. 1 evasive. Does she get away with it? She does. No damage is received. She avoided it. She avoided it. But she doesn't deal any damage back. So that sucks, but Pyromancer lives another day because I think the next turn after this, the Moon Elf is done. And I can't do that. Don't have enough CP. Gotta go straight to just any attack. The cheapest attack possible. Just roll for 2 more arrows. Roll for 1 more arrow. Alright. Alright, so that's 4. Is our upkeep though, so we lose 3. So we're at 3 health. So this is going to come down to the wire. I've got 4 arrows. I'm dealing 5 damage to her. I'm actually dealing 7 because of the targeted. So 7 damage. But she could kill me here. She could kill me here. Did she kill me? She gets to inflict burn again. She deals 2 damage, and she gains a fire mastery. But I don't think that's enough damage. I don't think that's enough damage. Yeah. I deal 7, she deals 2. I'm down to 1, she's gone. Alright. So that is the end of that. The Moon Elf was at 1 HP and survived. She had 2 burn on her, and she still had 1 dodge left. So the evasives are really good. The evasives can be used at any time, so it's always good to save them until after your defensive roll fails, which it did, so it wasn't going to prevent me from dying, so I had to use the evasive. But Pyromancer, she does a lot of freaking damage. I mean, if I did this again, if I got this large trade again, I would be dealing 16 damage, which is insane. I think my ultimate also has fire damage too. No, it just inflicts knockdown and burn, but does 12 damage and does 2 collateral, so it does 14 unavoidable damage, which is insane. But yeah, the Pyromancer lost, but it was a pretty good battle. The Moon Elf survives and carries on. The Moon Elf will be going up against the Shadow Thief next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like if you like, dislike if you don't, subscribe if you like the video down below, and comment down below what heroes you'd like to see the Moon Elf go against next. I'm probably going to do either the Shadow Thief or the Gunslinger next, but I'll see you guys with the next Dice Throne.